Today marks the beginning of Her Majesty's Platinum Jubilee, and it is important to note that this is the first such celebration in our history. Through the decades, Her Majesty has become an indelible part of the fabric of our society, more than a living embodiment of the Crown and a central part of our system of government. Our Queen has also been a steadying presence and a pillar of strength to generations of Canadians.
The past 70 years, Her Majesty has been a reassuring and constant figure of compassion and poise. She has seen the evolution of our country firsthand during her many visits to Canada, which she calls her second home. Much has changed in the last 7 decades. We extended the hand of friendship to nations around the world. We made advancements in medical research, most recently with vaccines. We established the Truth and Reconciliation Commission and took part in its work. We saw the first Canadian named Governor General, then the first woman, and now the first Indigenous person.
Her Majesty heads a Commonwealth of 54 nations, almost a third of the world's people, and is the sovereign in the United Kingdom, Australia and 13 other nations. 70 years marks a reign of 25,568 days as of last Sunday, and I hope we will see many thousands more. A remarkable achievement from a remarkable woman. Her Majesty has been the reigning sovereign for 15 Australian Prime Ministers, 16 Governors-General, 14 British Prime Ministers, around 170 Commonwealth Prime Ministers, and also 7 James Bonds, one of whom Her Majesty worked with very closely.
On behalf of all New Brunswickers, I want to thank Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth for her 70 years of dedicated public service to Canada and the other Commonwealth countries. It is a truly impressive achievement. The Platinum Jubilee will be celebrated in communities across our province over the course of 2022, and I hope many New Brunswickers will have the chance to share in those celebrations to mark this historic event and show their appreciation and affection for Queen Elizabeth II.
I speak for all Queenslanders in thanking Her Majesty for her impeccable, gracious and dignified service over the past 70 years. Graham and I look forward to celebrating the Queen's remarkable achievements with Queenslanders throughout this special Platinum Jubilee year.
On the occasion of her 21st birthday, Her Majesty had signalled the life of service which she knew was to follow when she said, "I declare before you all that my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service." That service commenced sooner than expected when, on the 6th of February 1952, Her Majesty, aged 25, in Kenya and en route to Australia, received the news of the sudden death of her father, King George VI. She, of course, returned immediately to England. The warm relationship and the ties with the people of New South Wales, including 16 royal tours to Australia, are deeply cherished by our community. We honour Her Majesty's dedicated service over 7 decades.
The 6th of February is our National Day of Reflection and Celebration. It is also the day 70 years ago that a young woman of just 25 ascended the throne and became our Queen. There will be many more opportunities this Platinum Jubilee year to speak about Queen Elizabeth II's extraordinary life of service. Today, I wish only to emphasise my immense pride as a wahine Māori of British and Ngāpuhi descent to serve as Her Majesty's representative in Aotearoa, New Zealand.
On this date, the 6th of February, 70 years ago, our Queen, Elizabeth II, acceded to the throne at the tender age of 25. She is the longest reigning monarch in our Commonwealth's history, and her contribution is immense, including serving as patron for hundreds of worthy organisations advocating important issues. Her reign has been a beacon of stability throughout 7 of the most tumultuous decades of our history. She has grown in stature and confidence in her role as our sovereign, and her devotion to Western Australia has never wavered.
Over the 70 years since Her Majesty came to the throne, Canada has changed and grown in many ways. We have become a bilingual and multicultural country that welcomes newcomers and seeks to redress the wrongs of our past. Despite these changes, the Queen has been and remains an important part of Canada and Nova Scotia.
I know that we all join with Her Majesty's wish for a shared sense of togetherness as we face the challenges of the future. Today, I offer our congratulations on behalf of the people of Aotearoa New Zealand to our Queen as she celebrates her Platinum Jubilee, but I also offer our profound thanks for her sacrifice, her service, and for her love for us.
She has worked with 14 Prime Ministers during her reign, including Winston Churchill and Margaret Thatcher. President Joe Biden is the 13th US President the Queen has met. She has made 260 official visits overseas. I'm sure she would have a story or two to tell about these meetings and visits, yet it is quite remarkable that so little has emerged, but speaking volumes about her integrity, sense of duty, service and devotion.
As head of state for the United Kingdom, the Realms and the Commonwealth, her reign of 70 years is unprecedented, as she is the first British monarch to celebrate a Platinum Jubilee. Please join me in offering congratulations to Her Majesty on this important milestone and sincere appreciation for her many years of public service.